Hello, my friends. My name is Dr. Tieraona Low Dog, and I have spent decades studying the healing power of nature. As a physician and an herbalist, I have seen firsthand how food can be a powerful form of medicine. Today, I want to talk to you about something deeply personal and incredibly important, especially if you or someone you love is managing diabetes. We are going to explore two remarkable vegetables that are doing something truly amazing. They are not just nourishing the body, but helping regulate blood sugar levels naturally. In other words, they can become your allies in controlling diabetes through simple, everyday meals. Now, I know that managing diabetes can feel overwhelming. The medications, the doctor visits, the fear of what could happen if you are not careful. But there is hope, and it may be sitting right there in your kitchen, waiting for you to rediscover it. In this video, we will walk through how these two humble vegetables can support your body in powerful ways. We will talk about how to use them, what science says, and how they fit into a healthy lifestyle. So let's dive in together. Part 1. The power of okra. Let's begin with the first vegetable that I have seen make a world of difference for people dealing with diabetes. That vegetable is okra. Now, I know some people might raise an eyebrow when they hear that. Okra? Really? Isn't that the slimy vegetable people throw into stews? Yes, that's the one. But there is so much more to okra than meets the eye. Okra, also known as lady's finger, is rich in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But the real magic of okra lies in a unique feature that makes it especially powerful for blood sugar regulation. When cooked or soaked, okra releases a gel-like substance called mucilage. This mucilage can help slow the absorption of sugar in the digestive system, leading to more stable blood sugar levels. Let me explain how this works. When you eat a meal that contains carbohydrates, those carbs are broken down into sugar or glucose in your digestive system. That glucose enters your bloodstream, which causes your blood sugar levels to rise. Normally, your pancreas produces insulin to help cells absorb that sugar for energy. But for people with diabetes, this process doesn't work as efficiently. Either the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin, or the body's cells don't respond properly to it. That's where okra steps in. Because of its high fiber and mucilage content, okra slows down the absorption of glucose. It acts like a sponge, soaking up excess sugar in the intestines and keeping it from rushing into the bloodstream all at once. This helps prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar. It's like turning on a faucet slowly rather than opening it full blast. But that's not all. Okra is also packed with antioxidants like flavonoids, polyphenols, and vitamins A and C. These compounds help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, which are two major contributors to insulin resistance. When your body is inflamed, your cells don't respond well to insulin. So reducing inflammation with antioxidant-rich foods like okra can help your body use insulin more effectively. Now let's talk about the fiber in okra. 1 cup of raw okra contains about 3 grams of dietary fiber. Fiber helps regulate digestion, keeps you feeling full longer, and supports healthy gut bacteria. All of these factors play a role in managing diabetes. A healthy gut supports a healthy metabolism, and when you feel full longer, you are less likely to snack on sugary foods. I have met patients who were skeptical at first, but after incorporating okra into their meals regularly for a few weeks, they started to notice something. Their blood sugar readings became more stable. Their energy improved. They even reported sleeping better. Some began using fewer medications under their doctor's guidance, all from adding a vegetable that is as affordable as it is nutritious. You might be wondering, how do I eat okra if I don't like the texture? There are a few simple ways to prepare okra that reduce the sliminess and make it much more enjoyable. One method is roasting. Cut the okra into pieces, drizzle it with olive oil, and roast it in the oven until it becomes slightly crispy. This removes most of the mucilage and brings out a lovely flavor. You can also grill or sauté it with garlic and onions. Another option, especially for those focused on blood sugar control, is to soak sliced okra in water overnight and drink the water in the morning. This okra water is gaining popularity for its potential to lower fasting blood sugar levels. Just slice 2 or 3 pieces of okra, place them in a glass of water, let it sit overnight, and drink it first thing in the morning. Be sure to check with your doctor before adding anything new to your routine, especially if you are already taking medication for diabetes. Culturally, okra has been used for generations in many parts of the world, from West Africa to India to the American South. And in these cultures, diabetes was often less common than it is today. Of course, lifestyle, movement, and other food choices also played a role, but okra was part of a larger wisdom that emphasized natural foods for health. It's also worth mentioning that okra is low in calories and has a very low glycemic index. That means it has a minimal impact on blood sugar when eaten. You can include it in stir-fries, soups, stews, or even slice it raw and mix it into salads if you enjoy the crunch. In my years of practice, I've always believed in food first, and okra is one of those foods I recommend again and again. Not only is it affordable and easy to grow in many climates, but it is also packed with healing properties that make it especially beneficial for people with diabetes. Part 2. The benefits of bitter melon. Let's now move to the second vegetable I always recommend to my patients who are trying to manage or reverse type 2 diabetes. It is an often overlooked powerhouse called bitter melon. Now, I know the name alone might scare some people off. Bitter? That does not exactly sound appetizing. But let me tell you, bitter melon is one of nature's strongest allies when it comes to controlling blood sugar. And the best part is that it has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, especially in Asian and African cultures, to treat diabetes and support metabolic health. So what exactly is bitter melon? Bitter melon, also known as bitter gourd or Momordica carrantia, is a green, bumpy-skinned vegetable that resembles a cucumber. Despite its intense flavor, it has been used in Chinese, Indian, and African healing traditions for centuries. In fact, in places like India and China, bitter melon is one of the first vegetables given to patients struggling with high blood sugar levels. So what makes bitter melon so effective? The secret lies in 3 powerful compounds found in the fruit: charantin, vicine, and polypeptide P. These compounds have insulin-like properties. Let me say that again. Bitter melon contains natural plant compounds that mimic insulin in the body. That means they can help lower blood glucose levels by assisting your body in transporting sugar from the blood into the cells where it can be used for energy. Let's look at charantin first. This compound has been shown to have a blood glucose lowering effect, similar to some medications prescribed for type 2 diabetes. Then there is vicine, which works synergistically with charantin. And finally, polypeptide P, sometimes referred to as plant insulin, has the ability to act like human insulin and reduce blood sugar levels when taken regularly. When these 3 work together, they create a strong team that supports the pancreas, helps your body manage sugar, and improves insulin sensitivity. But there is more. Bitter melon also affects glucose metabolism by promoting glucose uptake and improving glycogen synthesis in the liver. This means it not only helps get sugar out of your bloodstream, but also stores it more efficiently in your muscles and liver for later use. That is especially important for people with type 2 diabetes who often experience insulin resistance. In some studies, bitter melon juice has been shown to significantly reduce fasting and post-meal blood sugar levels when consumed daily for several weeks. One study showed that 2,000 milligrams of bitter melon per day led to a moderate reduction in blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. Now I know what you might be thinking. That all sounds great, Dr. Low Dog, but how do I eat it? It's bitter. Yes, it is called bitter melon for a reason, but there are ways to prepare it that make it more palatable. The most common way is to slice it thin, soak it in salt water for 20 to 30 minutes, and then rinse before cooking. This helps reduce some of the bitterness. You can then stir-fry it with onions, garlic, and a bit of olive oil, or add it to soups and stews. Some people even blend it into juices or smoothies, especially when combining it with sweeter vegetables like carrots or fruits like apple slices to balance the flavor. There is also a growing market for bitter melon in capsule or extract form. While I always prefer food first, I understand that not everyone enjoys the taste. If you are considering a supplement, make sure it is from a reputable brand and check with your healthcare provider before adding it to your routine, especially if you are already taking medication for diabetes. Bitter melon can interact with certain drugs and lower blood sugar too much if not monitored. But the rewards are worth it. Many of my patients who once struggled with roller coaster blood sugar levels found that bitter melon helped them achieve more consistent numbers. In some cases, they were able to lower their medication dosage under medical supervision. Their energy improved and their cravings for sugar decreased. Why? Because when blood sugar is stable, your brain stops sending out hunger signals all the time. And here is something important to note. Bitter melon does not just work on the surface. It supports the pancreas itself. Over time, this organ can become sluggish or damaged in people with diabetes. Bitter melon helps nourish the beta cells in the pancreas, which are responsible for producing insulin. That makes it a long-term tool for healing, not just a quick fix. In short, bitter melon is one of the most effective natural foods for people with diabetes. It has research, tradition, and real-life success stories backing it. And though the flavor might take some getting used to, the benefits are well worth the effort. Part 3. How okra and bitter melon work together in lifestyle tips to boost results. Now that we have explored both okra and bitter melon, let me show you something even more exciting. These two vegetables are not just powerful on their own. When combined, they form a dynamic duo that can transform the way your body handles blood sugar. It is like having two expert teammates working together to help you feel better, live better, and regain control over your health. Let's take a moment to imagine what is happening inside the body of someone with type 2 diabetes. Blood sugar is high. The pancreas is overworked and cannot keep up. Cells are resisting insulin's call. Energy is low, cravings are high, and inflammation is running wild. This is where okra and bitter melon step in. Okra comes in with its fiber-packed pods, slowing down how sugar enters the bloodstream after a meal. It acts like a sponge in your digestive system, soaking up excess sugar and cholesterol, protecting your heart and calming down inflammation. Okra also helps nurture your gut with its soothing mucilage, which supports healthy digestion and gut bacteria. That is a big deal because poor gut health is often linked to insulin resistance. On the other side, bitter melon jumps in with its unique ability to mimic insulin and support the pancreas. It helps usher glucose into the cells, clear it from the bloodstream, and restore better communication between your hormones and cells. It is like bitter melon is reminding your body how to work properly again. Together, these two vegetables work on different yet complementary aspects of diabetes management. Okra slows sugar down. Bitter melon clears sugar out. Okra protects digestion. Bitter melon supports the pancreas. Okra nurtures gut health. Bitter melon restores insulin sensitivity. It is a beautiful partnership. and when eaten regularly, they can make a remarkable difference. Now, how do you incorporate both into your lifestyle in a way that is realistic and enjoyable? Let's start with meals. One easy way is to create a simple stir-fry with both vegetables. You can sauté sliced okra and bitter melon in a bit of olive oil with garlic and onions. Add a splash of tamari or lemon juice for flavor. If you want a little spice, toss in a small chili or a pinch of turmeric. Serve it over a small portion of brown rice or quinoa. This meal supports your blood sugar, your digestion, and your energy all at once. Another idea is to blend okra and bitter melon into a juice or smoothie. Now, I understand this is not for everyone, but many of my patients enjoy a morning routine where they blend 3 or 4 slices of bitter melon and a few soaked okra pods with water, lemon, and a bit of cucumber or apple. It is not about the taste. It is about the results, and they do see results. If cooking is not your thing, you can find okra and bitter melon capsules or powders at health food stores. But again, food is always the best option when possible. Nature provides nutrients in their perfect packages, along with enzymes and fiber that help the body absorb them properly. Beyond food, you can boost the power of these vegetables by following a few lifestyle habits that make their effects even stronger. First, move your body every day. I'm not talking about running marathons. I mean simple movement. A brisk walk after meals can significantly lower blood sugar levels. In fact, research shows that just 10 to 15 minutes of walking after eating can help your muscles absorb glucose more efficiently. It is one of the easiest and most natural ways to manage diabetes. Second, focus on hydration. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your kidneys flush out excess sugar. It also supports digestion, reduces cravings, and keeps your metabolism working smoothly. Third, sleep. I cannot stress this enough. Poor sleep raises cortisol levels, which increases blood sugar and insulin resistance. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep per night. Go to bed at the same time each evening, avoid screens for an hour before bed, and keep your room cool and dark. And lastly, manage stress. Stress raises blood sugar. It is a biological fact. When you are anxious or under pressure, your body releases hormones that tell your liver to dump more sugar into your bloodstream. This is why practices like deep breathing, meditation, and spending time in nature are not just relaxing. They are healing for your pancreas and your blood sugar. So let's bring it all together. You now have 2 incredible vegetables in your diabetes-fighting toolkit. Okra, the gentle yet powerful fiber-rich pod. Bitter melon, the bold and bitter plant insulin. Both of them are natural, affordable, and supported by centuries of tradition and modern science. They work with your body, not against it. They do not just treat symptoms, they support the root causes. And best of all, they remind us that healing does not have to be complicated. Sometimes it begins with what you put on your plate. So I invite you to begin this journey. Start small. Add okra to your meals. Try bitter melon juice. Walk after dinner. Drink more water. Go to bed earlier. And keep going. You are not alone. I have seen countless patients take their first step in the right direction, and with time, consistency, and love for their body, they have found their way back to balance. Thank you for staying with me through this important journey. If you have made it this far, I want to say something straight from the heart. You are already taking the first step toward reclaiming your health, and that is a powerful decision. We live in a world full of confusion when it comes to health advice. Pills, fads, quick fixes. But in my experience, the most profound healing often comes from returning to the basics, from understanding how the body works and supporting it gently, day by day, with natural, whole foods and simple habits. Diabetes, especially type 2, is not a life sentence. It is a condition that can often be managed and even reversed with the right support. The body has an incredible ability to heal itself when we give it the tools it needs. And those tools include vegetables like okra and bitter melon. They are not magic cures, but they are powerful allies when used consistently. What I encourage you to do is this. Begin with one change. Maybe it is adding 2 slices of bitter melon to your breakfast smoothie, or preparing a pot of okra stew for dinner twice a week. These small actions matter. They add up. And over time, they help reset your metabolism, calm inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect your heart and kidneys. If you are already on medication, do not stop suddenly. Talk to your doctor. Bring this information to them. Work together. The goal is progress, not peace, not perfection. And finally, remember this. You are not just treating diabetes, you are nourishing your whole self, your brain, your heart, your bones, your energy, your joy. Every step you take toward wellness is a step toward a better, fuller life. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me, which vegetable surprised you the most? Was it bitter melon with its insulin-like power, or okra with its gut-healing fiber? And do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss a tip that could change your health and your future. Stay informed, stay strong, and take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video.